Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. For those of you who like murder mysteries, here's a real chiller that baffled the waterfront police of San Francisco for many months. It's still referred to as the case of Captain Pegleg. Sansom Street, San Francisco, 1888. The tides no longer wash against it as they did in the gold rush days. But to the men who sail the seven seas, it's still the waterfront. Sooner or later, every deep-sea sailor finds his way here.
Hello, Ruth.
Wasn't a big flirt.
You thought you left me to the sharks, didn't you, Ruth? You and your mates. But I fooled you. I come through. All except for this.
'Twas every man Jack for himself, Court.
Oh, sure, Ruth. And the devil take the hindmost. I still got the scar on my skull where you hit me with the oar when I tried to climb aboard.
There was only room on the raft for 6, you know that.
Glad to see you've been promoted to first mate, Logan. The big Minerva, ain't it?
How would you be knowing that?
I've been keeping track of all of you. Ain't much else to do. A swab with a peg leg. Berthed ashore.
Look, Court, I got a man waiting on the wharf.
Oh, sure, Ruth. I understand. I just wanted to say ahoy. For old time's sake. Why, thank you, Ruth. Thank you.
Maybe when I'm in port again, we'll...
Maybe.
I don't know. I heard a shot, and there he is. I heard a shot.
I heard a shot, too. I came running.
Dead?
Shot in the back.
Nobody leaves. Shooting. Frisk everybody.
I was crossing the street. I heard a shot, but I couldn't tell you where it came from.
Just stopped and talked to me. Gave me 8 bits. I started playing again. Homeward Bound, of all tunes. Then I heard a shot and he pitched forward.
Nothing on these. You find anything? All right, move on. Move on. All right, move on. You stay here. I'll go notify headquarters. Have him move to the morgue.
Four dead. 2 more.
What's the matter down here, Sergeant? This is the 4th killing of that kind in the past 6 months.
The waterfront's tough.
Sure it is. But your beat's turning into a regular shooting gallery.
Well, what can I do, Lieutenant? It don't make sense. There's never any fight. Nobody's ever robbed. Suddenly, right in broad daylight, the sailor gets shot in the back. Don't make sense.
Murder with no motive. Sounds like a good story.
There's got to be a motive. A man just doesn't fire a .38 in someone's back for nothing.
They were all killed by a .38?
Yes, whatever help that is.
And they were all sailors.
Well, in this part of town, anywhere you point a gun, you hit a sailor.
Well, what can you give the paper?
Nothing, just what you find in the blotter.
Rufus Logan. Identified as first mate of the brig Minerva, shot and killed by unknown assailant on corner of Sampson and California Street. Rufus Logan. Wait a minute. Wasn't he one of the men who survived the wreck of the whaler Undine a couple of years ago?
Could be.
I'm sure of it. Made their way back to port from the middle of the South Pacific on a small raft. A fantastic story.
Yes, it does seem to sort of ring a bell.
This rate's a real piece in the paper. Thank you, Lieutenant. You made my day worthwhile.
Raft survivor meets death by bullet. Rufus Logan, first mate of the brig Minerva.
You remember me telling you about him?
He was one of the 6.
Yes. If it hadn't been for him, we'd probably none of us have come through. He sure had what it took.
So did you. How strange to be killed on a city street after surviving that terrible experience at sea. Services at Seaman's Church Institute.
When?
Well, this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
I'll knock off early and go then.
You must have thought a great deal of him.
Now, as a matter of fact, I'm sure I hated him. He was brutal and inhuman. But he did help save my life. Least I can do is pay my last respects.
John Starkweather.
Charlie Tetlow.
I was hoping you'd show up, John, so I could talk to you.
I just happened to read about it in the papers.
Oh, it's a terrible thing, John, this shooting.
Yes. Charlie, I don't recall you having had any special love for Logan.
I hated his guts. But do you realize that he's the 4th one of us to be murdered in the streets of Frisco?
Us?
The 6 that survived the Undine.
No, I didn't realize that.
You and me are the only ones left, John. I'll tell you, there's something behind this.
No, Ruf has just had an awful lot of enemies.
Well, what about Carl Johansson? A kinder man never lived. And Billy Drummond, why, he was everybody's friend. And the same with Marty. And now they're all dead, John. They're all shot in the back.
Charlie, let's go inside. I believe the service is starting.
All right.
O eternal God, who alone spreadest out the heavens and rulest the raging of the sea, we commend unto thee the soul of our brother departed, whose stormy passage of life is over and has now come safely into port.
I still think we ought to go to the police.
And tell them what?
That somebody's gunning for us.
Now, listen.
John, you and me are next on the list. Now, I know it.
I think you need a good drink, Charlie. Come on, I'll buy you one.
Have another. On me.
No, thank you, Charlie. I've got to be going home.
Oh, please, not yet, John. Oh, I don't feel like being alone.
It's about my dinner time. Guess my wife will be waiting for me.
Oh, you married?
Yes, I've been married for about 6 months. As a matter of fact, there's a little one on the way now.
Well, you gotta have another drink. Come on, John.
Some other time. When are you sailing?
Our ship's in dry dock now. I hope it gets out soon. This city's getting on my nerves.
Look me up before you do leave, will you, Charlie? I'm just around here on Montgomery Street.
John Starkweather, commission merchant. Well,
I'll be seeing you.
I hope so. I still think we ought to go to the police.
Sorry I'm late, honey. I stopped off and had a drink after the service with an old friend, Charlie Tetlow.
Oh, ship's carpenter on the Undine.
How did you know that?
Well, darling, I read those clippings so many times I know all the names by heart. There's Carl Johansson, bosun's mate, William Drummond, helmsman, Martin Strome, ship's cooper. Were they all there today, too?
No, dear.
Out to sea? John, is there something wrong?
No, why?
Well, you seem so upset.
Honey, a funeral isn't the most cheerful occasion.
Oh, here, let me do that. You're all thumbs.
Lydia.
What is it?
Honey, nothing is ever going to come between us.
You say Logan was a shipmate?
Yes, aboard the Undine, like all the others. Now they're all dead. All 4 of them, shot in the back.
Have you any suspicions?
Yes, that I'm going to be next.
No, I mean, can you think of anyone who'd have a
Look,
reason?
you're the police. It's your job to protect people, isn't it?
We're just as anxious to clear this up as you.
Well, then do something. Do something. Don't just sit there and let him pick us off.
Look, my friend...
1, 2, 3, 4. And soon it'll be 5. And that'll be me, Charlie Tetlow.
Make a note of the name, Sergeant.
It's Tetlow, Tetlow. I'm a ship's carpenter on a schooner Mary Bell. M.A. Well, you know how that goes. We sail tomorrow. I just got me orders.
Well, I suppose it makes you happy.
Oh, I just wish it was today.
Yes, you look like a little change might do you good.
I suppose I'm a darn fool, John, worrying so.
Well, you know what they say. All sailors are superstitious.
Not you.
Well, that's because I'm a landlubber now.
Don't you ever miss the sea?
No. See, everything I care about in the world is right here. Well, goodbye, Charlie.
Oh, goodbye, John.
Good luck.
Well, thank you. Same to you. Right. I have one more for a chaser. Right.
Had to be someone Tetlow recognized. He was running for dear life when he was shot.
According to the coroner's report, the bullet only winged him. He died of heart failure.
Poor guy. I wish he could have given us a clue.
Well, he lived long enough to mumble a name, Undine.
The ship that went down.
So?
So I went down to the files of the Maritime Exchange and dug this out. It's a list of the crew that sailed on our last voyage. And these are the 6 who survived the wreck.
Johansson, Drummond, Martin, Logan, Tetlow.
The names all tally.
John Starkweather.
Commission merchant, 315 Montgomery Street.
We're too late to reach him at his office.
He lives on Rincon Hill.
And let's get going. Sergeant, take over the desk.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Tetlow? Oh, yes, I know him.
When did you last see him?
This afternoon. He dropped in my office to say goodbye. His ship is sailing tomorrow.
He won't be on it. Charlie Tetlow was shot and killed on Sansom Street only a few hours ago. Had Tetlow ever expressed any fears to you, Mr. Starkweather, that his life was in danger?
Yes, he had.
When?
At Rufus Logan's funeral about a month ago.
What'd he say?
He said he was afraid that we might be next. You see, Logan wasn't the first of our shipmates to meet a bad end.
The 4th, to be exact.
That's right.
Why didn't you come to the police, Mr. Starkweather?
Well, I didn't see any reason to.
4 of your former shipmates had been killed under identical circumstances, and you saw no reason to come to the police.
Why could I tell you that you didn't already know?
Aren't you worried for your own safety?
Not particularly.
That's surprising.
Look, I just put it down as a jinx.
Are you still of that opinion, since Tetlow's death?
Well, now I don't know what to think. Look, gentlemen, if you'd like to discuss this further, I'll be very happy to come down to headquarters. You can call me at my office.
All right, Mr. Starkweather. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
John.
Now, Lydia, I don't want you to worry about this.
But you never told me about the others.
Well, honey, a man has to have some secrets from his wife.
John, I'm so frightened.
Don't be. Nothing is going to happen to me.
Well, how can you tell?
I have too much to live for.
Well, if he's not worried, he ought to be.
Maybe we should put a bodyguard on him.
We don't know that there's any immediate danger. It could be months or a year before anything happens.
Any objection to my doing some sleuthing on my own?
What did you have in mind?
Finding the man who's toting that 38.
You go right ahead.
It's like pea soup out.
Mr. Brophy?
Mr. Starkweather?
Have a seat, please. Yes.
This message was just delivered by a boy.
A notice to come to the appraiser's building this afternoon in regard to some dutiable goods. What goods are they talking about?
I've no idea.
We're not expecting any consignment, not that I know of.
You want me to check on it?
No, that's all right. I'll drop in myself after lunch. Yes. Thank you.
I talked to the owners of the former owners, that is, of the Undine. Thought they might be able to shed some light on this business.
Oh, and could they?
Weren't even aware of it. Their interest in the Undine ended when she went to the bottom with a full cargo.
And all hands. Save 6.
I wonder.
What?
Has it ever occurred to you, Starkweather, that some of the others may have survived?
Well, even if they had, I'm sure the company would have learned about it.
I have a list of the ship's roster.
This is like reading the headstones in a graveyard. Captain Prestwick. He went down with the ship. First mate, the same thing. Judson, Gavin, they were trapped below decks. Barnaby Quirt. I still wake up nights thinking about him. He managed to clear the wreck, but he tried to climb aboard our life raft. It was overcrowded. He nearly capsized it. It was Logan that hit him on the head with an oar. Then he went down. That was the last we saw of him. Compton, Jessup, their bodies were recovered later. No. They're all dead.
Then who is stalking the streets?
I don't know. But whoever he is, he's sure smart.
Smarter than the police.
Maybe he'll lay off for a while now.
Or else strike quickly. Can I take you to lunch?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm just going to grab a quick bite. I have to stop in at the appraiser's building.
Well, did you find any clues? Now maybe you won't think the police are so dumb.
Wasted a whole morning when I should have been writing my column.
Why don't you do something on the weather?
Well, I better think of something or I'm going to get fired. How about the weather?
Ah, get out of here, will you?
Hi.
Hi.
I was just going by, and I thought to myself, I'll bet there's some interesting stories about tattooing.
Oh, I could tell you plenty of stories, mister.
You've been at it a long time?
Well, ever since I've been old enough to use a needle. You know the tattooed lady in the circus?
Oh, sure.
That's my work.
Really?
You pick any design that suits your fancy, mister, and I'll execute it for you.
Oh, well, I didn't have that in mind. You see, I'm a newspaper reporter.
Oh, well, maybe the name of your newspaper tattooed across your arm in this
No,
style.
I don't think so. I might change jobs.
Well, men change girls, so what?
The next one doesn't mind?
Well, if you got any problem, mister, come to me. I'll fix it for you. I'm an expert at retouch work. Guy in here had that name Undine changed to Nadine. When I got through, you wouldn't have known.
Undine?
Yeah, beautiful job.
Well, what was he like?
Oh, had a peg leg, an old sailor.
What was his name?
It was a funny name. It was Quirt.
Barnaby Quirt.
Where you going? Appraiser's building.
Look out! You all right? You recognize him?
Barnaby Quirt.
He had a .38 revolver concealed in this wooden leg. And this wire that ran up to his pocket pulled the trigger. 5 bullets found their mark. The 6th just missed.
And that winds up the case of Captain Pegleg.
In Reno, Nevada, at Harold's Club, there's a famous exhibit of guns. From it, we borrowed this one. Yes, here it is. The actual murder weapon you've just heard about. Unique in the history of the West. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. There are some things you can't explain, and this is one of them. It happened way back in the 80s. But folks in that part of the desert still look up at the sky. Times when the moon is young and a pale haze hangs over everything, and wonder to themselves about the dogs of the mist.
Cold, honey?
Oh, someone just walked over my grave.
You should have worn a coat.
Oh, we're almost home. Aren't we?
Don't you know?
Everything seems so unnatural in this light. Even familiar landmarks.
Like your own husband.
Steve, look. Over there by the corral.
Bobcats. I got them both, I think. They won't raid our stock again, the sons of guns.
Be careful, Steve. They may be only wounded.
Oh, Florrie. Those ain't bobcats, they're dogs.
Are they dead?
Old Toolie Joe's dogs.
Who's Toolie Joe?
A desert rat who hangs around here when he ain't off prospecting. I wouldn't have done this for anything in the world. Those dogs were like his children.
What's the matter?
Something tied to this one's collar. Sample of ore.
And a piece of paper.
Something written on it. Struck gold, shot myself by accident. Bring help, boys, will show the way. Toolie Joe.
The boys?
His dogs, that's what he called them.
Maybe there's directions on the other one.
Hurt bad. Follow the dogs. Follow the dogs. It's the only way of getting help, and I've killed them. I couldn't sleep all night, thinking of Toolie laying out there in the desert somewheres, waiting.
Well, nothing to do, I guess. Get a posse together, go out and look for him.
Yeah, we'll take along Indian George. He's an expert tracker.
Well, I'll stand the cost. That's the least I can do.
The dogs was headed in from which direction?
Well, I think across the salt flats.
Well, that gives us something to go on.
Well, I'll see if I can round up Doc Garvey. If Toolie's hurt bad, he'll need a doctor.
We'll meet out front in half an hour. Oh, I'd better take these over to the assay office. Show them to Alec. Might give us a clue.
Oh, well, good. Anything that can help us find him.
I thought you might have come across something like it before.
It's gold, all right. Which is more than most of old Toolie's samples turned out to be.
Well, hi, Don.
Howdy. Steve Hewitt tells me you'll be needing me on a posse to find old Toolie Joe.
Yeah. His ore didn't give Alec no clue at all where we should search. Do you think there's any point in going out?
Well, we've got to make a try for it.
Guess you're right. Better keep those samples till we get back.
I will.
Nothing. Well, we better fan out. We'll meet at Rattler's Bend at sundown. Pitch camp there.
Well, if we don't have any better luck, I'm going home. I tell you, it's hopeless.
Oh, we can't give up and leave him to die.
Chances are he's dead already. Right, Doc?
Well, of course, we don't know just how long ago it happened or when he sent the dogs for help.
Look, we've already wasted 3 whole days. I, for one, have to get back to my store. I'm leaving, first thing in the morning.
I'm afraid I gotta get back too, Steve.
It's no use, Steve.
You're giving up so soon, well, it's like murder.
I wouldn't talk about murder if I was you, Steve. How much had you been drinking that night? Mistaken masters for bobcats.
Well, I'll leave you here. Much obliged to you all. All right, Steve.
Is that where you buried him?
Huh?
See if I can rustle us up some drinks.
Good. Oh, boy. I sure worked up some thirst in that sun.
Did you find them?
Not a trace.
Nor the mine either?
The mine?
I assayed these samples after you left. You know what they ran? $3,100 a ton.
3,100?
Old Toolie Joe really struck a bonanza.
And he never even lived to record it.
You mean he's dead?
Well, we don't know, but his chances of surviving are pretty slim.
3,100 a ton. I'll be glad to pay you for the assay, Alex.
Oh, no need.
It's only fair, since half the claim would be mine anyhow. I grub-staked Toolie Joe. He come in day before he left and stocked up.
How come you never mentioned this before?
I was all fired bent on finding the poor guy. Do you have the report there?
Oh, yeah.
Let me have it.
You got a paper says you grub-staked him?
I always grub-stake Toolie. We never bothered signing nothing.
Well, if Luther's entitled to half, and I'm not about to argue about it, well, I feel I'm entitled to a little something, too. For all the claims I recorded for him, for free. He always said it was a debt. He'd pay me someday when he was in the chips.
You kept track, huh?
Well, I can estimate.
I can help you. Because for every one of those claims you recorded, there was an assay I ran for him. And paid for out of my own pocket. I wasn't going to bring the matter up, but since the rest of you seem to be getting in your licks, I might as well.
Why not? You know, a doctor's in a rather peculiar position. He expects to do a great deal for charity. Well, I never charged Toolie Joe a cent when I brought him through pneumonia last winter, but, well, if there's an estate, so to speak, I'd like my just due.
Yeah.
Sure, Doc. That fumbling fool Hewitt killing those dogs. They could have led us straight to the spot.
We still might be able to find it. Who else you been telling about this?
Not a soul.
Good. We'll keep it among the 4 of us.
5. Don't think I'm moving in on something I don't have a right to. But you see, I gave old Toolie Joe the lumber for his shack. I never did collect.
Well, all right. There's still enough to put us all on Easy Street.
Well, what about Steve?
What about him?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Better eat your supper, honey, before it gets cold.
I'm not hungry.
Steve, you can't go on like this, fretting yourself sick. What's done is done.
I as good as murdered him, Florrie.
You've been saying that now for a month.
It's true.
Well, you had no way of knowing. I thought they were wild animals, too. In the mist and the moonlight.
Poor devils. Coming to fetch help.
Steve. What's the matter?
Did you hear him?
Who? I don't hear anything.
They're calling, Florrie.
Steve, where are you going?
After them.
Tully! Tully!
Darling, I've been so worried about you. Where did you go?
I followed them for miles.
Who?
The dogs. I could hear them, but I couldn't see them.
Steve.
Suddenly the barking stopped. I lost him.
Steve, I'll make you some coffee. You look all in.
You know, Steve's been acting awful funny since the night he shot Toolie Joe's dogs. People tell me they've seen him wandering around the hills in the dead of night. Nothing but a kerosene lantern and sort of a wild, crazy look in his eye.
I've been hearing the same thing for weeks now.
Strange, Alec. Mighty strange.
We're down to our last can of kerosene.
I'll get some next time I'm in the store.
We need wicks, too. I've been reminding you for weeks.
I haven't been in yet.
Why not?
Busy?
Folks don't hold it against you, honey, for killing the dogs.
That's what you think.
They've forgotten all about it by now.
Well, I haven't. As long as I live, I'll never forget or forgive myself.
Toolie Joe was an old man, Steve. He had no family. Steve?
They've come back. I can hear him, Florrie, honest.
I don't hear a thing.
You can hear him now, can't you?
Steve, please.
Same kind of night. A new moon, a mist.
Steve, you're imagining things. There's nothing out there.
I'm going after him.
Dogs are dead. You killed them yourself 2 months ago. Toolie Joe is dead by now. He must be. Steve, come back!
I tell you, this whole Toolie Joe business really has me thinking.
Me too.
Good evening.
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 Hi.
Alec and me were just talking about Thule Joe. I guess we can chalk it up as another lost mine.
That's funny. Old Thule not giving any idea of the location when he sent for help?
Well, I guess he had so much faith in those dogs of his.
Did it ever occur to you that Steve Hewitt might know something we don't know?
What do you mean by that?
Those messages were on rough scraps of paper. Easy enough to tear part of it off.
If he knows where that mine is.
Mind you, I'm not saying he does.
Well, has anybody seen Steve?
Some folks said they saw him wandering around the hills at night. But personally, I haven't seen him for weeks.
Me neither.
He ain't even been in town.
Well, evening, Mac.
Oh, howdy,
Hello,
Mac.
Have you seen Steve Hewitt lately?
No. Don't believe I have.
Could be he's avoiding us.
Could be he's prospecting. I suggest we pay a call on Brother Hewitt. Tonight.
Tonight? What for?
Gold, maybe?
Steve,
Evening, Miss Hewitt.
oh, Mr. Pond.
We come to see Steve.
I'm sorry he's not home.
You going to town?
Well, he was called out.
You expect him back soon?
Oh, I really couldn't say.
Mind if we wait?
Well, it might be quite a while. Last time...
Oh? He goes out quite often like this, huh?
Oh, no, he... Just now and then.
He go on foot?
Alone?
Please. I'll tell him you were here. If you'd care to leave a message...
I think we'd better wait.
Well, you shouldn't have waited up for me, honey. What's all this?
Steve, you wouldn't be trying to double-cross us, would you?
What's that supposed to mean?
The rest of us have claims to that mine. I own half of it, because I grub-staked him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thule Joe's claim. Where is it?
I wish I knew.
Don't hand us that.
You just come from it.
No.
Then where did you go?
I just went out.
Where?
Just out.
In the desert?
Yes.
Why?
Looking for Thule?
A dead man? You're lying. You've been out digging gold. You go out regular. Your wife told us.
No. No, only when he hears...
When he hears what?
Nothing.
Steve, where is that mine located?
I don't know.
Where is it?
I swear I don't know.
Stop it! Stop it!
We'd better leave now.
I think we better.
If he'd have left me alone, I could have choked it out of him.
You'd have killed the one man in the world that could show us the location of that mine.
All right, then. How are we going to find it?
We'll keep a watch on him, night and day.
Especially night.
We'll trail him wherever he goes.
We're working shifts.
All right, then. That's what we'll do.
Steve, you buried those dogs yourself, 3 feet underground.
Why do I keep hearing them?
You don't, dear. You've just let the whole thing prey on your mind.
Are you trying to tell me I'm crazy?
Darling, promise me you won't go out there again, please.
Well, you do think I'm crazy.
It's just that I'm so afraid one night you'll follow them and never come back.
stopping for?
Think he hears us?
He hears something.
Lord, I couldn't have lasted much longer. I think both legs are busted.
He'll be all right.
Lift the coach. This man's a doctor.
Easy. It's nothing serious, I'm sure.
What in God's world ever brought you out here at this time of night? I don't know.
I guess you could say it was a miracle. I was praying it was Thule.
Thule?
Well, he's dead. I know that now. But I did get a second chance. I don't know what brought the others.
Greed. We're sorry, Steve.
God rest your soul, Thule.
Here in the Goldfield News of Nevada is a full account of our story tonight. The lost mine still remains lost, one of the great mysteries of the Southwest Desert. If it weren't for the fabulous samples of ore wrapped in a man's shirt, folks might think it never existed. But from that day on, Steve Hewitt was a man at peace with himself. He'd squared his debt, and the dogs of the mist never barked again. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. How many of you folks have heard of Edward Fitzgerald Beale? Not many, I'll warrant. Yet he ranks among those great pioneers who helped to open up the West and forge an empire. Grandson of Commodore Thomas Truxton, who captained the Constellation, oldest ship in our Navy, Ned Beale graduated from the United States Naval Academy in the class of 1842. Served with distinction during the Mexican War under Commodore Stockton in California. And now in March of 1848 is on shore duty at Monterey, where the curtain goes up on our story of Gold Rush in reverse. The news of the discovery of gold has just leaked out, and Lieutenant Beale, like everybody else in this coastal town, is agog with excitement as he meets Reverend Colton, the alcalde, and Lieutenant Loescher of the Army.
Well, Lieutenant, Reverend Colton.
Aye.
Well, what do you think of the news?
Well, I'm thinking I might as well close my church. By Sunday, the whole congregation will be on its way to the diggings.
The Army's deserting right and left, I understand.
And I hear all naval vessels are ordered offshore, incommunicado, to keep the crews from jumping ship.
Wait till the news reaches the east. We'll have a rush such as the world has never seen.
The Army will carry dispatches and exhibits to Washington at the earliest opportunity.
The Army? Why not the Navy?
Because the Army always gets there first. I hope to have the honor of being the official messenger.
What a coincidence. So do I.
You mean the Navy has already secured samples of the gold?
Oh, hasn't the Army?
Oh, gentlemen, you're both good poker players. But I happen to know that nobody has possession of gold in any quantity yet. Why, it's just beginning to trickle down here to the coast.
You see?
There's some on exhibit down at the Customs House.
Customs House?
But it's not for sale.
My pay's all spent anyway. But if I had any money left, Lieutenant, I'd make you a little bet that the Navy will carry the first gold to Washington from California.
I'd like to take him up on that. What's his name?
Ned Beale.
B-E-A-L?
B-E-A-L-E. Distinguished himself during the war by getting through the enemy lines and bringing aid to General Kearney.
Oh, yes, I seem to remember.
And in consequence was selected by Commodore Stockton to carry dispatches from California to the Navy Department last year.
So he really knows his stuff.
He ought to. He was accompanied by Kit Carson.
Thanks for tipping me off, Reverend. The sooner the Army gets hold of some gold, the better. I'll recommend to the Colonel that a requisition be put through at once.
Reverend, I was just trying to figure out the quickest route to Washington.
The Army's got the jump on you, Ned.
What do you mean?
They've appropriated $3,000 for the purchase of gold samples.
The Navy can certainly match that. I'll go to Commodore Jones.
I've already been.
You?
Yes, don't forget I was a Navy chaplain before I became alcalde here.
Well, what did the Commodore say?
He can't find any authority in the regulations to purchase a specimen of gold.
Confound the regulations. This is an event of historic importance. News that will electrify the nation. And he's going to let the Army have the honor of delivering it?
Well, they haven't actually bought the gold yet.
But they will. Miners are turning up here in Monterey every day now with nuggets and dust for sale.
I know. Sometimes I wish I could grab a pick and get up to the diggings myself.
I've thought of that. It would take too long. Hang it all, there must be some way to get hold of some.
Short of robbery. I don't know how.
I can just see the grins on those Army faces now.
Well, we'll just have to swallow our medicine, I'm afraid.
Reverend, you've hit it. That's the answer.
What?
I'll swap it for gold. It's worth more in the market today, grain for grain. I've seen it quoted.
What, man? What?
Something Kit Carson taught me never to be without. Quinine. One more ounce and you'll have your medicine.
Oh, these blasted chills and fever.
$3,000 worth of gold. Oh, and here's your quinine. 100 grains.
Mister, it's worth 10 times that much.
Oh, Reverend Colton. I was just coming to say goodbye.
And I was looking for you, too.
I had to pick up my dispatches and the Commodore's blessing. Now all I need is your prayers for good weather from here down to Panama.
Ned?
There, I'll cross the isthmus and... Reverend, what's wrong?
Lieutenant Loescher's already shoved off.
When? How?
Night before last by schooner. I just found out about it today.
That gives him only 2 days head start. We might still be able to overtake him. The Maribel has a good skipper.
Had a good skipper.
What do you mean?
Your ship's not sailing, Ned. The captain and crew have
Deserted her. The gold mines.
I can't believe it.
Best I could do is get you passage on a bark that's sailing at the end of the week. We hope.
In that case, I'll map a different course. Debark at La Paz and take a shortcut across Mexico.
Why, that's 1,000 miles.
It's the only way I can possibly make up for lost time. The Navy is going to deliver the first gold from California.
This gold is from Alta California?
Yes. And don't let any of it stick to your fingers. I'm taking it to Washington PDQ.
PDQ?
That means I'm in a whale of a hurry. I want to charter a boat to take me down the coast to San Blas. Well, someone here in Mazatlan must have a boat.
I've Pepe Sanchez on a goleta pequeña.
Good.
A goleta pequeña, she is...
A small schooner, I know.
Ah, the senor speaks very good Spanish.
And I also know what boats are worth, so let's not waste time bickering.
Oh, I'm a very reasonable man to do business with. I will take very good care of you.
Then you're sure, Governor, that no American Army officer has passed through San Blas for the interior?
Nobody but yourself would be so reckless, Lieutenant.
That means that Locher's crossing the isthmus at Panama.
You should do the same, amigo. This way is suicide.
And yet you provide me with horses and a guide, for which I am deeply grateful.
I haven't dared tell him the whole truth. He thinks you are going only as far as Guadalajara.
Don't you think I can pass for a Mexican?
The bandits who infest the roads will murder any traveler, regardless, for his gold.
I'm well armed.
With the rainy season just starting, the roads will be impassable.
I appreciate all your warnings, Governor, but my mind's made up. I'll make Veracruz.
Veracruz? Veracruz? Veracruz, Chile on the Gulf of Mexico. 1,000 miles away.
That's right. Over here.
El Patron is a Guadalajara.
Well, that's on the way. If you'll stand aside, I'll mark the route for you. Our first stop, Tepic. Next stop, Guadalajara. The capital, Mexico City. And finally, Veracruz.
Por Dios.
Well, Tobias, are you ready?
Si, senor. I am ready. Senor, we better find shelter.
Nothing's gonna stop us. Keep going.
Arriba, las manos! Ladrones. senor write love letters, see?
The senor is making copies of the dispatches entrusted to him.
Oh.
When we get to Tepic, I'll mail them to the American minister in Mexico City.
And then we turn back to San Blas.
Certainly not. We keep going.
But, senor, all along the way, there are bands of Ladrones, cutthroats, robbers.
That's why I'm making sure one set of dispatches is safe. All right, saddle up.
Well, we lost him at last. What a chase. Yeah. What a chase. See ya.
Little did anyone realize when the treaty with Mexico was signed that there was gold in California. I wish I could be in Washington when this reaches them.
Well, come along, sir.
Thanks. I'll content myself with sending dispatches by you.
I shall be happy to carry them, sir.
Give us a few days to draw them up.
A few days? Mr. Clifford, every moment I stand here, Lieutenant Loescher of the United States Army Engineers is hightailing it, is hastening toward Washington to beat the Navy delivering the first gold.
You could do with some rest anyhow, my boy.
A few hours at most, sir.
After 8 days hard riding? If you'll pardon my saying so, you could do with a bath and a shave.
I've had a good many close ones in the past week, sir.
And I fear you have some more ahead of you. The road between Mexico City and Veracruz is more dangerous than usual since Pareto's army was disbanded.
Don't let my guide hear that. He's had about all he can take, poor fellow.
You'll be our guest here at the legation, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
And Mr. Beale, as a member of the diplomatic family, I must be strictly impartial. But may I say confidentially, I hope the Navy gets there first.
Abajo! Por Dios.
Tobias, we made it. This is Veracruz. Out there lies the Gulf of Mexico, and beyond it, the United States of America and Washington. Tonight, you'll sleep in a bed with a roof over your head. You'll drink tequila with your dinner. Ladron! Tobias, are you crazy? We're in Veracruz. We're safe. Easy, Tobias, easy. Let go! Easy, Tobias, easy. What is going on here? This man has lost his mind. Ladron! Tobias! Stop! Tobias! Ladrones! 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 Tobias! These men are friends. There's nothing to be afraid of. Is he drunk? No, worn out. No sleep for the past 60 hours. Skirmishes with bandits all along the way.
All the way from where?
San Blas.
San Blas. 2 Mexicanos alone?
I'm not Mexican, senor. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lieutenant Beale of the United States Navy. Oh, about the guide. You'll take care of the poor fellow.
I have made arrangements to have him sent back home under guard. You'll be all right, Lieutenant.
I hope so. I feel personally responsible.
You are off now on the next leg of your journey.
Sailing with the tide aboard the sloop of war Germantown.
And where will that land you?
Mobile, Alabama.
Vaya con Dios, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
I think it is. This school, you never tell. It's going to be a wonderful thing.
And it's so
I'll
pretty.
make California move now.
It's so light and it's so
Oh, yes.
This is certainly a mighty proud day for Mobile, Lieutenant. Seeing the first gold from California.
He's probably landed in New Orleans.
Who?
The Army messenger, Lieutenant Loescher.
Oh, I'm sure his gold isn't nearly as pretty as yours. Did Mama tell you we're giving a banquet in your honor at Cypress Grove?
That's our plantation.
What?
I've invited all the first family.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'll be leaving in the morning.
Tomorrow?
Oh, no.
If there's a seat on the stage.
There is, sir. I have arranged it. Permit me to introduce myself. Henry Foote, the senator from Mississippi. I've taken it upon myself the honor of escorting you to Washington personally.
Thank you, Senator. Guns, the press.
Let's see it, Lieutenant. Seeing is believing. Show us the gold.
How did you find out about this?
Express messenger rode in this morning. Broke the news.
Lieutenant Loescher, Army Engineers.
No, regular mail carrier. Got wind of it in Richmond where you stopped.
Then I am the first.
Gentlemen, 3 cheers for Lieutenant Beale.
No, 3 cheers for the Navy.
My honorable colleagues, members of the United States Senate, it is my privilege and honor to present to you the young man who, at the risk of his life, has brought to the nation's capital the first gold from our far-flung Western Empire, Lieutenant Edward Fitzgerald Beale. I can't think of any further honors to be accorded you in Washington.
Good. Because I'd like to go home now to Chester, Pennsylvania, see my mother.
How proud your father would have been, Ned, and your grandfather, Commodore Truxton.
Say nothing of the neighbors. The man of the hour.
Now you're making fun of me, Mary.
Oh, no. That's what they're all calling you.
Do you know that he even received a telegram over the new wire to New York? And all these letters which he hasn't opened yet. This one from Philadelphia is marked urgent.
It's from P.T. Barnum.
Not thee, Mr. Barnum.
Of Barnum's Museum?
None other. He's heard about this lump of gold, as he calls it. And as I am always anxious to procure novelties
Novelties, indeed.
for public gratification, I should be glad to purchase the lump at its valuation for exhibition purposes. Your obedient servant, P.T. Barnum.
Are you going to do it?
Have you the right to dispose of it?
Oh, certainly. I bought it with my own quinine.
Think of the thrill it would give people. The first gold from California.
I've already presented the government with over half of what I brought. That's on exhibit in the patent office.
This would be a personal honor.
I'm tired of honors, Mother. I didn't make that trip for my own glory.
By the way, any news of Lieutenant Loescher?
No, none that I've heard, but I'll find out when I go back to Washington.
You could loan Mr. Barnum this gold if you don't want to sell it.
No, I'm keeping it. I happen to feel very sentimental about this gold. I got my orders in Washington, Mary. I'm to report back to California.
Well, you'll have plenty of company. The gold rush is really underway. What are you going to do with the rest of your gold?
I had it made into a ring in Washington. Would you like to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's beautiful. Think of having a ring made from California's first gold. Your mother will love it.
Oh, it's not for my mother. It's for my future wife.
Oh?
I told you I felt sentimental about this gold. I want my girl to have it. Will you?
Will I what?
Will you be my wife and go west with me?
Oh, Ned, I wanted you to say it.
Then you will?
Yes.
Oh, Mary.
My ring.
The ring? Oh, yes, the ring.
There's only one ring in the world like it, made of the first California gold.
For the benefit of any of you who might have been rooting for the Army, let me say that Lieutenant Loescher ran into bad weather and couldn't land at Panama, was carried clear down to Peru, and finally arrived in Washington 2 months after Lieutenant Beale. But the samples he brought were officially examined by the United States Mint and settled forever any doubt as to the existence of gold in California. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. Reading, writing, and arithmetic, the 3 R's. But in the mining camp school at Ubehebe, which is the scene of this story I call Dear Teacher, there was a 4th R. R for Russian. And how?
Quiet! Quiet! Stop it! Stop it this minute! Quiet! Quiet in this room! Order! Quiet! Say, stop it!
For you, Jim.
You young hoodlum, you!
Morning, Jim.
Morning, Alex.
Morning, Alex.
Doggone you!
Tomorrow they'll be back again in school.
Oh, that's right. New teacher arriving, eh?
On today's stage.
Heavens help him. Hey, how come you're the reception committee today? Man with no kids in school, and you're not even married.
Well, I happen to go to Cornell University, and this fellow hails from there.
Easterner, eh?
Nobody around these parts would take the job. Evan Prentice, class of 93. Prentice?
I'm Miss Prentice.
Well, not the new school teacher.
Yes.
But the wire said... I thought, of course, that we expected a schoolmaster.
The name is confusing. I'm always receiving letters addressed, Dear Sir.
Well, suppose we go. We can talk more easily. Which is your luggage?
These three.
By the way, my name is Alex Gaynor. I'm superintendent of the mill.
How do you do?
She won't last half a day. She won't even open school. Mr. Gaynor's absolutely right. Be like throwing the Christians to the lions.
The children can't be that bad.
They've run 7 teachers out of town already.
8. You can count the notches on the desk.
It's very kind of you to be so concerned about my welfare, but I can't go back now, and I need the position. So in spite of everything you say, I want to try the teaching.
But, Miss Prentice,
Please.
could she have a room here with you, Miss Doty?
Well, I don't usually sleep, folks, just eat 'em. But, all right.
Oh, thank you.
You have a lot of courage.
So did the early Christians, but the lions finished 'em just the same. Oh, go on right in. I'll be with you in a minute.
What does she look like?
Kite size.
You gonna break her spectacles, Tiny?
She don't wear spectacles.
She doesn't. But she's old, isn't she?
Nope, she's young.
Young?
And pretty.
Pretty?
Good morning.
The last 3 teachers left with only 5 legs and 4 eyes between them.
Aren't you awful?
Take your seats, please. We will begin with a morning prayer. Bow your heads, please. Every morning mercies new fall as fresh as morning dew. Every morning let us pay tribute to the early day. For thy mercies, Lord, are sure. Thy compassion doth endure. Amen.
Our women.
We'll begin with taking the roll. Then we'll arrange classes. Gladys Murtaugh?
Present.
We will proceed with a roll call. Thomas Ruggles?
Here?
Richard Sloat? Richard Sloat?
Here.
Jeannie Simmons?
Present.
Have a busy day, Mr. McEwen?
Very busy.
Then you must be hungry.
Thank you.
Well,
just why.
Well, how did things go?
Very nicely.
I was thinking of you all day. Nicely.
I think they're going to be an interesting group to work with. Stimulating
That's a new word for it.
and most responsive.
You mean you had no trouble with them?
It's all in the initial approach.
Do you hear that, Miss Doty? They behaved.
Just like a cat playing with a mouse. Just wait. Potato?
If I were you, I'd arm myself with a ruler. A good big one.
Oh, I couldn't strike a child, Mr. Gaynor.
I'd like to speak to the teacher.
What is it?
You know very well what it is. You couldn't keep a thing like that a secret very long. She threatened the children with a gun. A gun?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Gladys came home and told me. Fired it, what's more. Point blank.
I was just trying to break up a ball game. The boys wouldn't stop, so I aimed at the ball.
And what did you hit?
The ball, of course.
In midair.
Well, I'll be everlastingly. We got an Annie Oakley with us.
Gladys was still shaking with fright, poor lamb.
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there won't be an occasion to do it again.
There had better not be, or we shall take our children out of school.
Morning, Miss Dennis.
I know it isn't the proper thing to do, but in a case as serious as this, I would suggest that you
I've
go...
already looked. It isn't in her room.
It isn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Then she's taken it to school, and she'll use it on the slightest provocation. That's a dangerous woman for you. If I was you, I wouldn't have an easy moment with her under the same roof.
We bring you something, Miss Prentice.
A present?
Cartridges? Oh, dear me.
We bring you these so you could put on a shooting match for us.
You brought me these so I could put on a shooting match for you.
Yes'm, that's why we brung them. Will you, teacher? Please?
Certainly not.
At recess. I'll let you shoot this out of my mouth, teacher.
No.
Oh, Miss Prentice.
This is a school, not a shooting gallery. We've got lessons to learn. Spelling, geography.
We'll learn them. Honest.
All right. You do, and then we shoot.
When? How soon?
Well, see the end of each week. But only for those who behave themselves and gotten good marks. Now, pass out the study books and we'll get to work.
And she has a whole desk full of ammunition. Isn't that so, Gladys?
Boxes and boxes of bullets.
Makes me wish I was back in school again. Why, our old cross-eyed school teacher couldn't have hit the side of a barn.
Won't you ever take anything seriously, George? Suppose she suddenly decided to point that gun at Gladys.
She won't. If Gladys behaves herself.
She's got an awful funny look in her eye. I think she's kind of crazy.
Do you hear that, George? She might go berserk.
Now, don't start using words I can't understand, Delia. Remember, I didn't get beyond the 5th grade. Maybe she'll hold evening classes for blokes like me.
Maybe you go hunting with us sometime. Yeah, I know there's a lot of rabbits. And quail, too. I bet you wouldn't miss a one.
Thank you, boys. See you tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Bye.
Hello.
Got a meeting out of your hand with your little gun, haven't you? You know, they didn't give courses in marksmanship to co-eds when I went to Cornell.
It was my father who taught me. He used to take me out to the lake on Saturdays. We'd practice for hours.
That's funny for a girl.
He'd always hoped for a son. That's how I got the name I did.
Heaven. Well, if you had been, you wouldn't have been here now.
No, I'd be back home, trying to help him salvage something from the crash. He lost everything in the panic last summer.
I'm sorry.
That's why I'm so grateful for this opportunity. There aren't many openings for teachers middle of the year.
Well, I'm sure you'll make good.
I hope so.
I'll help you any way that I can.
Thank you. I need friends.
What are you doing with those bottles?
None of your business.
You selling them to the junk man?
No.
Then what?
Ah, shut up. And don't come tagging after us.
Why not?
Because we don't want you, savvy. Maybe we should get some tin cans, too. Too easy. Even bottles ain't much of a target for a shot like her. Come next Saturday, we'll set them up way off in the back fence. And stick candles in them, and let teacher put them out, one by one. Yeah. Ping, ping, ping. Come on.
What does a person's breath smell like when they've been drinking?
Smell your father's sometime.
Well, I like that.
I thought so.
What do you mean you thought so?
It's just like hers smells.
Whose?
The teacher's.
Miss Prentice? Miss Prentice? George, did you hear that?
Oh, I don't believe it.
If Gladys says so.
Children imagine things.
Of course, it could have been a sarsaparilla bottle she was hiding.
Where?
In the stove at school.
You saw her?
Please, Mom, I'm trying to do my spelling.
I'm going over to Miss Doty's for a few minutes.
Some more pie, Mr. McEwen?
Say it again, Miss Prentice, so we can learn it.
Multiplication is vexation. Division is as bad. The rule of 3 perplexes me. And fractions drive me mad.
That was a good one. I like that. Come on, let's have some more. Come on.
I just learned something more about our dear teacher. She drinks.
Drinks?
Gladys saw her hiding the bottles.
Well, I never.
George refuses to get excited, but I think it should be investigated.
It certainly should.
Will you go with me?
Right now.
Just like Gladys said. General Grant.
There's a whole bunch of them in there. You don't suppose that they could have been left there by some of her predecessors?
Oh, no. Gladys saw her putting them there.
She must have been having regular orgies.
This settles it. She'll have to go.
A school teacher who packs a gun and drinks.
I'll circulate a petition among the parents.
The mothers.
Naturally. Won't be necessary to mention it to the men.
And I shall give her notice to vacate her room.
You mean I'm going to have to find another place to live?
That's what I said.
I don't understand.
You will before the day's out.
Gladys. I'm going to school with you this morning.
Mama, I don't feel very good all of a sudden.
What's the matter?
I've got a headache and a sore throat. Maybe I better not go to school this morning.
Oh, not if you're coming down with something.
I hate to miss.
It won't matter much.
George, I'm going to drive over to Ruby Valley with those engineers from Denver. I won't be back till evening. Well, I'll tend to things.
Well, school's still keeping.
Why not?
Well, I understand they're having some trouble. The women folk are up in arms about the teacher.
That ridiculous gun business?
More than that. There's talk about, well, there's some claims she tipples.
That's a lie.
I don't believe it myself, but you know how women are once a rumor gets started.
Who started the rumor?
Search me.
Well, I'll make it my business to find out as soon as I get back.
Bow your heads. Every morning mercies new fall as fresh as morning dew. Every morning let us pay tribute to the early day. For thy mercies, Lord, are sure. Thy compassion doth endure. Amen. Good morning, Mrs. Murtaugh. I hope Gladys isn't sick. I noticed...
She is, but that's not why I'm here. I think this document will explain itself.
What in the world? We'll begin with penmanship this morning. Take out your pencil tablets. Children, there will be no school this afternoon. Is Mr. Gaynor in?
Well, he's away, out of town.
Oh,
Hi, Miss Foreman. Anything I can do for you?
no.
Is there any message you'd like to leave?
I'm afraid not.
Was something wrong?
Oh, I say.
Unfit to teach the young. What do they mean? What do they mean?
Now, don't upset yourself.
But it's so awful. My first position. I'll never be able to get another.
There. Now, we'll straighten it out. Don't you fret. Delia.
There isn't anything you'd stop at, is there?
Hey, Miss Prentice. Teacher. It'll be a week tomorrow, and we've behaved ourselves. Yeah, and studied hard. I can name the capitals of all the states.
Boys, I'm sorry.
Oh, but you promised, Miss Prentice.
I won't be here tomorrow. I'm leaving.
Leaving? You mean for good? There won't be no shooting match? Why? What's happened?
I can't explain it, but that's the way it is.
Is she really leaving?
Has she bought a ticket?
Where's she going? What for?
Oh, quit pestering me.
Why's she leaving all of a sudden?
Oh, don't act so darn innocent. It's all you kids' fault. You drove her to drink.
That ain't so. Miss Prentice don't drink.
No? Well, they found the evidence. Bottles hid in the school stove.
Bottles? Those was our bottles. How'd they know they were there? Gladys, she met us, remember? I'll bet she followed us, a little sneak. Yeah, then blamed it on Miss Prentice, just to start something. Be just like her. Come on.
What is it, Tiny? Please tell me.
No, sir, it's a surprise. Just wait, you'll see.
Tiny says you got something for me. What is it?
A rattlesnake. Tattletale tit, your tongue shall be split, and every little dog in town shall have a little bit. You seen us put those bottles in the stove. Said they was the teachers.
No, I didn't. I didn't see you put them in there. I never said a word.
You tell the truth or I'll let this out.
You wouldn't. You're just fooling.
You think so?
No.
Then fess up quick. You did spy on us.
Yes, I did. Don't let it out.
And you made him think it was Miss Prentice.
Yeah, let it go.
It's going behind the wood box. We'll get it later. We ain't finished with Gladys yet. Come on.
Where's Miss Prentice?
I don't know. She come by the express depot and asked me to pick up her bag.
Miss Doty here?
No, she's gone over to Murtaugh's.
If you were my child, Gladys Murtaugh, I'd take you over my knee and beat the stuffings out of you.
Her father will take care of her when he comes home.
Here he comes now.
Oh, Mr. Gaynor.
Where is she? Where's Miss Prentice?
Over at the school getting her things.
Of all the cruel, unwarranted...
You can save your breath, Mr. Gaynor. We know the truth now. Gladys has just confessed.
And what's more, she's going with us right now and apologize.
We all owe her an apology. Come on, Mr. Gaynor. I'll tell you all about it on the way over.
I'm sorry I lied to Miss Prentice. I'll never do it again.
Ask her to forgive you.
Please forgive me.
Don't move, Gladys. Don't make a sound.
A bullseye. Shot the head clean off of it. Gee, we got our shooting match. Let me pick it up and show it to Miss Prentice.
Oh, please don't. I can't even stand to look at a snake.
What she needs is a good stiff drink. I could use one myself.
From that time on, they dropped the R for Ruction from the Yuba-Heebe school curriculum. And indeed, from the whole community as far as Dear Teacher was concerned. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. As a boy, I used to hear this story from old-timers who had been there in the old camp of Bodie when it happened. They knew Charlie Bates well. It was a tantalizing story because it had no end. Always wound up with the same question mark. Then a half a century later, the truth came out. So let's go back to the summer of 1880 and the day of the Miners' Union picnic, which marked the beginning of what was to remain 50 years of mystery.
Let's get out of here. I want to talk to you. Alone. Far from the madding crowd.
The what?
It's a quotation out of a book.
You do a lot of reading, don't you, Charlie?
Got a lot of time on my hands nights as watchman at the mill.
Well, I'm glad you put it to good use.
What I do most is think about you, Edith.
About me?
When I try to read, I find your face coming between me and the page.
Maybe you need glasses.
Night after night, I find myself just sitting there alone in my room, dreaming of you.
Well, why don't you get transferred to a day shift?
I'm not complaining about my job. I like my job.
Father will be glad to hear that.
And I'm not talking about your father. I'm talking about you. Us. I love you, Edith. Will you marry me?
Charlie.
Will you?
I can't give you my answer that quick, Charlie.
Why not?
Because I don't know what to say.
Say yes. You will in the end, anyway.
What makes you think so?
Don't keep me on tenterhooks, Edie, please.
We'd better hurry back.
Why did I ever join the band?
Charlie?
Coming.
Standard mine. 4 bars of gold bullion, 1,550 ounces each.
Till you come to heft them. Then they weigh hundreds of pounds.
Much obliged, Charlie. Got any letters you'd like me to mail?
No, thanks. My girl's right here in Bodie.
Lucky you.
Who's riding shotgun this trip?
Yours truly.
You mean you're going alone? With a shipment that size?
It's safer sometimes. Road agents see no shotgun messenger aboard and figure there can't be enough gold to make it worth their while.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, but if I was a passenger, I'd as lief have a guard on top.
There are no passengers this trip. I'm going alone. Well, so long, Charlie.
So long, Donovan.
Pull up and make it fast.
Great Scott. A bend. Whoa there. Whoa.
Tie up those lines. Now fork over.
There ain't nothing aboard but mail bags.
You're lying. Toss down the express boxes. Dang fool, going for your gun. Next time I'll do more than wing you. Now toss down the boxes. Don't make me wait all night.
I only got one arm.
There. And the other one, too.
You'll never get away.
Now get going. And keep going.
Get out. Get out of here.
I told you, Donovan, you shouldn't go alone. Donovan? Donovan? I'll be darned.
Hey, the stage has been held up.
What stage? The one that left here this evening for Hawthorne. Had a shipment of more than 100,000 aboard.
Where'd it happen? Who was driving? How'd you find out?
I dreamed it.
For a minute, we believed you, Charlie.
No, it's true. It happened about a quarter of an hour ago.
What did?
The holdup. Donovan got shot in the arm reaching for his gun.
Oh, come on, Charlie. What are you giving us?
He's drunk. I haven't had a drop. I've been sound asleep in my room since 10 o'clock.
Say, Charlie, did you enter the pie eating contest at the picnic?
No.
Well, something sure gave you the collywobbles, busting in here half dressed at this hour of the night.
Well, you know what time it is. It's almost 1:30.
Charlie, the stage is already in Hawthorne, and the gold bullion locked up in the Wells Fargo office.
So real. I heard every word they said. Heard the thud of the strongbox when I hit the ground. I better be getting back to the mill.
Well, what do you know? Dreamed a stagecoach hold up and really thought it happened.
You'll have a hard time living this one down.
On your back or on your side?
Charlie!
Edie, good morning.
You're not still walking in your sleep.
You heard about that.
It's all over town. I just hope Father doesn't get wind of it.
You wouldn't tell him.
And have you maybe lose your job? Of course not.
Do you really think he'd fire me?
How would you feel if you were the superintendent of a mill and the watchman went roaring into the saloon in his nightshirt and...
I was not in a nightshirt.
Announcing that the company had been robbed of a big shipment of bullion.
Edie, listen.
A joke is a joke, Charlie.
But this wasn't a joke. I heard the whole thing as plain as if I'd been standing there.
Then you should have thrown cold water on your face. That would have waked you up.
You don't believe me either.
Oh, I've had dreams myself that were so real I couldn't shake them off.
Charlie, the boss wants to see you in his office. He's waiting for you there.
Thanks.
Just tell him the truth, Charlie. That's all Father ever asks, the truth.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Sit down. I just received a message over the telegraph wire from Jack Donovan in Hawthorne.
And he got there all right?
Yes. Here. Read it aloud.
Stage held up and robbed on Lucky Boy Grade around 1 o'clock this morning. 1 o'clock. That's just the time I dreamed it happened.
Don't give me that dream stuff, Charlie. How'd you know the stage was going to be held up?
Mr. Anders, I swear to you, sir, I heard it in my sleep.
That holdup took place over 30 miles from Bodie. There's only one possible way you could have heard about it. You're in cahoots with the robber.
Mr. Anders, if I was in on the deal, why would I run down to the saloon and report it?
You're not the first guy who's pulled a cover-up trick like that.
But I tell you, I was asleep.
Look, somebody tipped somebody off. Now, what gang was it, Charlie?
It was only one man. Or just one voice I heard. I know the whole thing sounds fishy, sir, but as God is my witness.
Never mind the dramatics. You're under arrest.
You're putting me in jail?
I'm keeping you right here under guard until Donovan returns and we can check his story.
Ain't allowed any visitors, ma'am.
I'm not a visitor. I'm an angel of mercy. If you were in trouble, wouldn't you want me to come and comfort you?
Well, all right. Just a few minutes, though.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
What's that?
A hacksaw.
Edie.
Charlie, you poor darling.
Have you heard anything? Is Donovan back yet?
No. I brought you some calf's foot jelly.
What?
Calf's foot jelly. It's what they always bring invalids and criminals.
Don't say that, Edie. I'm not guilty of anything. I had no more to do with that holdup than your father did.
Only he didn't dream about it and then run a mile to town to tell everybody.
I was a fool to run off half-cocked that way, but it was so real. Like I was standing right there on the ground.
Do you always have such vivid dreams, Charlie?
None that ever landed me in trouble before. And I am in trouble now, Edie. Even if they can't prove anything against me, my reputation will suffer. I may lose my job. No, darling, I won't have a chance with you.
I can promise you one thing, Charlie. Father's a square shooter. He'll give you a fair trial.
Oh, come in, Charlie. You need to stay, Deputy.
Hi, Donovan.
Hello, Charlie.
How's the arm?
Coming along. I purposely waited till you were both together, Charlie, before asking Donovan any questions about the other night. Or telling him anything about your part in it.
His part? It's not what you think, Donovan, I swear.
Please, fellas. I'm holding this investigation.
Sorry, sir.
Did anybody besides yourself, Donovan, know that you were taking a shipment of bullion to Hawthorne?
No, sir. Except Charlie. He helped me load it.
That's part of my job.
There was nobody hanging around at the time watching? Nobody aboard the stage?
I didn't carry any passengers that trip. In fact...
Yes?
I mentioned it to Charlie as I was leaving. Remember? He asked me who was riding shotgun, and I told him nobody. I was going alone.
I see. This was a regular run?
Sure. I picked up the mail bags and started down the canyon just as it was getting dark. Everything went according to schedule until I reached the Lucky Boy grade, around 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's exactly the time I had my dream.
You go on from here, Charlie.
Somebody ordered you to pull up, and you did.
Sure. He had me covered.
He told you to drop the lines. Then he said, fork over. You said, there's nothing aboard but mail bags.
That's right. I hoped I could bluff him.
Then he said, you're lying. Throw down the express boxes.
By gosh, you must have been hiding behind the rocks.
I was right here on Bodie, asleep in my bed.
Go on, Charlie.
The next thing there was a shot. You gave a grunt of pain. He said you were a dang fool to think you could beat him to the draw.
How in blazes do you know all this if you wasn't there?
I heard it. In my dream.
35 miles away?
As plain as if it was right in my room.
And a few minutes later, he was in the Temple Saloon telling him what happened.
Word for word. I don't understand it.
Neither do I. It's a mystery to me.
Just a dream that came true.
Call it second sight. Call it anything you please. I'm convinced now, Charlie, that you're telling the truth. And I offer my apologies for having doubted you.
Thank you, sir.
Darndest thing I ever heard of.
He's what you call clairvoyant. He can see what ain't there and what's where he ain't.
You mean that while he's on duty at the mill, that he can tell what's going on down here?
Oh, heck, he can tell what's happening the other side of the world, if he puts his mind to it.
Gives me the willies.
I always knew there was something out of the ordinary about you, Charlie, but I never dreamed you had second sight.
I never suspected it myself until I met you.
Really?
Do you remember the day at the picnic when I proposed to you? I told you to say yes because you would in the end.
Yes, I remember.
I wasn't just talking. I knew. I can look into the future now, Edie, and see exactly what's going to happen.
Don't tell me if it's bad.
I see you as a bride, in a white dress and veil, standing beside me. I see our home, a small house at first, but a big one later, filled with children.
How many?
A number. Boys and girls, wonderful kids. Your husband is no longer a watchman. He's moved on up to become superintendent.
Father's job?
Well, it could be another company, but I'm making good money. We own mining shares. Can take trips when we want to. You have a fur coat. No, 2 of them.
Oh, Charlie. Sounds like a dream.
My dreams come true, you know. Will you marry me, Edith?
With a future like that, how can I say no?
You're the most beautiful creature in the world.
I hope you'll always think so, Charlie.
Want me to prophesy? You'll be just as lovely on our golden wedding day.
Mr. Bates, would you like to tell our radio listeners your recipe for a happy marriage?
Just pick out the right girl and stick with her.
What do you say, Mrs. Bates?
Well, everything turned out exactly the way Charlie said it would.
Even to her being prettier than ever on our golden anniversary.
A man doesn't have to have second sight to see that. But what about this reputation you have, sir, for divining things?
Well, that goes way back to our days in Bodie. Don't ask me to explain.
It's one of those stories that's been put down in our family as an unsolved mystery.
Well, it's certainly no mystery that you are a mighty happy couple. And I'm sure our friends in the radio audience join me in wishing you many more years together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our special broadcast from the home of Mr. and Mrs. Charles Bates on the occasion of their golden wedding anniversary. We return you now to our main studios. You've aroused my curiosity, Mrs. Bates. What was this mystery?
It was a stagecoach holdup I heard from 35 miles away.
Well, if you're going to launch on that story, I'm going out to the kitchen and get these gentlemen some wedding cake and coffee.
Thank you, ma'am.
When I woke up, I could hear their voices like they were still talking right in my ear.
Mr. Bates, this mill where you slept, did it have electric power?
No, machinery was all run by steam. There was some electrical apparatus in the assay office.
Ah, tell me more about the building.
What are you driving at, Ed?
Oh, it had big smokestacks, and I mean big. 50, 60 foot high.
Brick?
Brick with metal tubing.
Yeah?
They were held in place by guy wires. Good stout ones. Bodie's 8,000 foot up on a mountain, you know. The winds that hit it were something fierce.
Where were the guy wires anchored? You remember?
I remember where one of them was. I fell over it more than once. It was anchored to a post sunk in the ground at the corner of the assay office.
Perfect.
I'm beginning to catch on.
When you got ready for bed that night, what did you do?
Wound my watch, blew out the light.
No, before that. You said you hung your tuba on the bedpost.
Oh, that? Yes.
It was an iron bedstead.
Sure.
Mr. Bates, you didn't dream you heard that holdup. You did hear it. By radio.
What?
By radio.
Yes. You picked up those sound waves from 35 miles away.
How could he? Without a set.
He had all the equipment needed for radio reception.
The tall smokestacks with their metal tubing.
On top of a mountain.
The guy wires running to the ground, and other wires for all we know. Electrical equipment in the assay office, right next to your room. And last but not least, the tuba.
The tuba?
There was your loudspeaker.
Well, I'll be darned.
Radio way back in 1880.
It's the only practical explanation.
Then the whole mystery of 50 years ago has been solved after all. And you didn't have second sight at all, Charlie.
Oh, I guess I didn't, Mother. But I was the first person, I'll bet you, ever to pick up a broadcast of a news event over the air. Well, that doggone tuba. Give her here. See if I still got my wind after 50 years.
The story you've just heard is one of Bodie's famous stories. Bodie was a fabulous gold camp and is now a ghost town. It has recently become part of the California State Park System and is well worth a visit for those who love our true Death Valley Day stories. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. Turn the clock back to May 1850. Set the thermometer at 97 degrees in the swarming, dust-choked camp of Sacramento, and we're ready for the story of California's first Iceman. Among the passengers just arrived on the steamer Oregon this sweltering day is young Peter Jeffries of Boston, come out to retrieve his family's fortunes.
Hey, watch where you're going. Well, Peter Jeffrey.
Hello, Mr. Colby.
So, you've got the gold fever too, have you? Welcome to California. Well, how'd you travel? Overland?
Around the Horn. Worked my passage.
Did your brother come with you?
Bob? No, he's back in Boston. We couldn't both of us leave my mother.
No.
Under the circumstances.
No, I suppose not. Unfortunate, your father's death.
But hardly surprising.
Oh, I don't know. Men of his age have failed in business before.
My father didn't fail, Mr. Colby. He was ruined.
Well, it amounts to the same thing.
That all depends on where you sit.
Oh, I have no doubt your father blamed me for several of his difficulties. But the fact is, Peter, he wasn't a very good businessman. Oh, honest as daylight.
And loyal.
But no imagination. You've got to have imagination to succeed. How do you think I've established myself here in so short a time? By figuring out what people want and can pay for. Say, see here, how'd you like to work for me?
For you?
I'll be glad to give you a job.
Thank you, Mr. Colby, but I think I'll look around.
All right. Look around. What do you see? I own pretty nearly the whole town.
You don't happen to own a hotel, do you?
The Colby House, right across the street. You think over this offer of mine now, unless you want to try your luck up at the diggings.
No, I think I'd rather get into some kind of business.
You're smart. You know, it's a lot easier to take gold out of a man's pocket than get it out of the ground.
You should know, Mr. Colby.
Chip off the old block.
Here, let me.
I think his leg's broken.
It's a wonder he wasn't killed.
If I could just get him back to my house.
Oh, I'll carry him for you.
You're very kind.
Easy, fella. I'll try not to hurt you. That's a good boy. I never saw anyone more expert. Where'd you learn to put on a splint?
Watching our family doctor once, and then practicing on my dolls.
Worth it. Breaking a leg, isn't it, fella?
I've always wanted to be a nurse, but Uncle Phineas won't hear of it.
Uncle Phineas?
Mm-hmm, my guardian.
Phineas Colby?
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. It's a stifling day, isn't it?
Wait till the real midsummer weather hits us. They say it's terrible up at the diggings.
Well, that makes a third good reason for staying right here.
What are the other two?
Business opportunities.
Yes, and?
Good day, Miss Colby. Thanks for introducing us.
Yes, thanks, old fella. I wish you'd speak to these teamsters of yours, Uncle Phineas. They have no regard for life or limb.
I'm paying them to make time.
At the risk of killing people?
It was only a dog, my dear.
But tomorrow it might be a child. This man was driving like the devil was after him.
You know what that team was hauling?
I didn't even look.
Snow.
Snow?
Yeah, from the high Sierras.
What for?
The thing men's tongues are hanging out for. Cold drinks. Bert Lawler of the Magnolia Saloon will take all I can deliver at $900 a ton.
Well, that's fantastic.
Sure it is. I'm going to make a fortune.
$900 a ton for snow.
Give me a beer. Warm 2 bits, cold $2.
Cold one. One whiskey highball.
$5.
$5? All right. It's highway robbery.
But man, it's sure good and hits the spot.
We work our fingers to the bone digging gold, and then these godgers take it away from us. $5 slush.
You could drink it without.
In all this heat when your hide's cracking?
What's yours gonna be, stranger?
The same.
A greenback. You must have just arrived.
Today.
Where from?
Boston.
I'm from Springfield.
Well, shake. My name's Peter Jeffries.
I'm Steve Griswold, and this is Hank Lewis.
To Massachusetts,
where snow is free. Gosh, I wish I had $1 for every shovelful I've dug.
Or snowball I've thrown.
It's not the same as ice. Nah, it makes your whiskey watery.
And there's no sound to it. That's half the pleasure of a cold drink. A tinkle of ice.
For that, they'd charge you $10 out here, if there was any ice, which there ain't.
Well, there must be frozen lakes up in the Sierras.
Buried under 20, 30 feet of snow, his snow.
What do you mean, his snow? Nobody's got a monopoly on snow.
He owns all the wagons, all the teams to haul it, got the teamsters under contract.
Oh, I see.
Can you remember as a kid hooking rides on the back of an ice wagon?
Sure.
And the Iceman chasing us off saying he'd report us to the company? Seems like a long ways off.
15,000 miles around the Horn.
Well, have another drink on me.
Thanks, but there's a letter I want to get off tonight. To your girl? My brother, in Boston. Glad to meet you.
Don't say I'm crazy, Bob. If ice will keep in Boston ice houses all summer, it should keep in holds of ships. And will be worth its weight in gold out here. Borrow the necessary capital for the first shipment. But act fast. The hot weather has already hit Sacramento. We can recoup the family fortune together. You at that end, and I here.
Good afternoon, Miss Colby.
Oh, Mr. I never did learn your name the other day.
Peter Jeffries.
Let me take your things. Come in.
I just stopped by to inquire about the dog.
He's doing beautifully. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get rid of him.
He knows a good thing when he sees it.
Oh, Uncle Phineas. This is the young man I was telling you about, who was so kind.
Hello, Peter.
Good afternoon, Mr. Colby.
You've already met?
The first day he was here. Before that, in Boston.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I, just didn't get around to it.
Well, young man, have you decided what you're going to do yet?
Yes, sir.
Good. I thought you'd see the light.
I'm going up to the diggings.
You are? Why?
It seems a good idea.
You mean you don't want to work for me? You can't find anything else around here, is that it? You're a fool, Peter. Stiff-necked, no imagination. Your father all over.
Let's leave my father out of this, sir.
All right. Go up to the diggings. Break your back with a pick and shovel. Break your heart washing gravel. I thought I was doing you a favor. I'm going over to Magnolia. Arrange for another shipment of snow.
Last these mosquitoes.
What do you say we call it a day?
Yeah, day wasted.
Don't get discouraged now.
It beats me how two fellas mining side by side can have such different luck. Oh, not that I regret you a single ounce of dust, Steve, but it just doesn't make sense.
What you need is a long, cold drink. Come on, let's head for the Magnolia.
Well, I have no money to blow on Colby frappes. But I'll go to town with you anyway and see if there's any mail for me. I'm expecting a letter from my brother. Miss Colby,
Well, it's been a long time.
let me carry this for you.
It's some food I'm taking to a woman that's sick.
Always looking for someone to nurse.
I don't have to look very far these days. Sacramento's full of fever.
So I've heard. This is my first trip down.
I hope you're making out well in the gold fields.
Not very. In fact, not well at all.
But you're going to stick it out.
Until my ship comes in.
Some people wait all their lives for that, Mr. Jeffries.
You're trying to discourage me?
I do think it was short-sighted of you not to accept my uncle's offer.
Still in the snow business, I see.
Yes, the wagons come down twice a week.
Tons of frozen assets.
I'll relieve you of that now, Mr. Jeffries. Thank you.
My regards to the Snow King.
Hi, did you get your letter?
No. I can't understand it. I thought sure I'd hear by now.
Well, drown your sorrows.
What'll it be? The same.
$7.
$7? It was $5 the last time I was in here.
Well, it's gone up to $7 now.
Why?
Because the price of snow's gone up, that's
I won't pay it. You buzzards. Picking these fellas clean. You ought to be shot.
If you don't like it, get out of here.
I'm going to. See you up at the digging, Steve.
It falleth as a gentle dew from heaven above.
Will you do something for me, Uncle Phineas?
What do you want?
A load of snow.
Load of snow? What for?
The sick.
My dear Laura.
The fever's spreading all over town, Uncle Phineas. Folks burning up with it. If they could just have some snow packs to relieve their suffering.
Do you realize what snow is worth?
Can't you think of anything but money, Uncle Phineas?
Now, Laura, dear, you're overwrought. I think you should give up this fool idea of nursing everybody.
How can I, when people are dying all around me?
There's always sickness in gold camps. Sacramento is no exception.
Oh, you're heartless, callous, cold as snow yourself. Colder. Snow at least melts.
Flying Cloud made it in 80 days from New York. That was a record, of course. Took our ship 3 months from Boston.
What are you talking about?
Trip around the Horn. My brother got my letter in June. I'm beginning to wonder if he did. And here it is the end of August. 27th, isn't it? Steve? Steve! What's the matter?
Sick.
Fever.
I know. You're burning up. Oh, dear God, if only I had some ice.
Pest hole. That's what this town is. Only way a man can keep going is to keep drinking. Give me another one. $10. Here, take it all. You better have it as well as the undertaker.
Here comes another wagon load of snow. Hey, young lady, what are you doing? You have no right to that snow. It belongs to me.
It belongs to my uncle.
Oh, you're Miss Colt. Well, he's selling it to me, and I'm paying him $1,500 for it.
$1,800. Laura, get away from that wagon. What kind of behavior is this? You have no right to that snow.
That's what I told her.
Now, you put it back pronto. It's our snow.
It's God's snow, and I'm using it in his name. Now, get out of my way before it all melts.
Miss Colby. Well, here, let me help you.
Oh, thank you.
Where are you taking this?
Right here to Pioneer Hall. We've turned it into sort of a hospital.
Things are pretty bad down here, I understand.
Perfectly terrible.
It reached the diggings, too. Steve Griswold was hit by it. Dropped right in his tracks.
Did he pull through?
More by good luck than good nursing. We sure long for you.
There's so little even I can do. If I only had some ice with which to fight this fever. Oh, this is better than nothing. And I had to steal this. But what I need is real ice, and lots of it.
I sympathize with you, Miss Colby. There's nothing in the world I'd like to see myself right now, and a whole shipload of ice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeffries.
What in heaven's name has happened? Couldn't you raise the money for the first shipment? It's been 5 months now, and not a word. The heat here will soon break, and I'm already broke. Two bits left. Just enough to buy a stamp for this letter.
In all my life, I never saw men go for liquor like this.
You've never lived through an epidemic before. They're panicked.
You just keep the snow coming, Mr. Colby.
Bert, if instead of just one wagon load arriving, what would you say if a whole wagon train load of snow pulled in here?
I say we'd make a killing.
Then you'd better get ready, because it's on its way.
Colby, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I've commandeered everything on 4 wheels, and every 4-legged critter that can pull them. I've hired teamsters at double pay, and a crew of shovelers. I've sent along an armed guard to protect them, because we've got to go all the way up to Echo Summit, 7,000 feet to get snow now.
Must cost you a fortune.
I'll get it back. This snow's going to sell for $2,000 a ton.
$1 a pound?
You can collect it from those suckers there. You know, they'll pay anything as long as they're afraid for their lives.
You have got nerve.
Just takes imagination, like I told that young upstart, Peter Jeffries. Well,
I'm going to run up by horseback in the morning and see how things are going.
I'll be waiting for you, partner.
Peter! Merchantman from Boston just docked. She's got a consignment aboard for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Trent Street, foot of K. The captain said ice. He must have meant rice.
One at a time, folks. There's plenty to go around. At fair prices. What's more, from now on, every ship out of Boston will be carrying ice to California.
May I buy a cake of ice, please?
Not for me, Miss Colby.
Well, I'll pay whatever you're charging.
Well, for you, there is no charge. You're welcome to all the ice you need for the sick.
Oh, Mr. Jeffries, thank you.
Steve, one cake of ice for Miss Colby.
Hail the conquering hero. The wagon train's on the way down from the mountains. $20,000 worth of snow. Bert, you're going to make more money. Was that ice?
That was ice.
Where'd it come from?
Boston.
Boston? What are you talking about?
A whole shipload just docked. Consigned to Peter Jeffries.
Jeffries?
The young man with no imagination. Everybody in Sacramento was down there buying from him.
But our snow.
Who's going to want snow when they can get ice?
Look, I've sunk a fortune in that wagon train. All my profits from the past summer. I'm ruined.
How about a drink? There's plenty of room at the bar.
Real cold. Listen to that, will you? Real honest to gosh ice. Here's to Peter Jeffries, California's first iceman. Hooray!
There hasn't been such excitement since gold was discovered. Why, you could have charged any price and got away with it.
I'm not your Uncle Phineas. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, that's all right. At this point, I'm not very proud myself of the name Colby.
If you'd like to change it, it could be easily arranged. Laura, look at me. Will you?
Are you asking me to marry you?
I love you, Laura.
I scarcely know you. All I know is that you're a nice man.
Did you say a nice man?
The nicest man I've ever met.
So that leaves Phineas Colby, the former Snow King, and his sidekick Bill Lawler watching from the doorway of the Magnolia Saloon as their ill-gotten profits melt inexorably away.
쭉.
Để xem cái này rất là ngang.
thừa reverse 2 lần mà. Và đây kiếm tiền để reverse nha. Chẳng mà sao chúng nó cứ chơi ở đây. Kiếm tiền reverse ở đây ạ. Ra chúng nó có bày ở đây thì anh cũng bày ở đây rồi. Kiếm quan reverse. Rồi ra khỏi xe. Kinh red ra kinh red thờ red luôn. Chuẩn form vậy thầy ơi. Sojin này. Sojin tiềm năng à. Kiếm đồ cho Asia rồi. Có quan trọng xin ra đâu. Sắp đủ đồ. Bình chia linh. Đầu ra quân ông ăn giỏi mà cho hiệu thần dừng thực sự là hợp lý đấy thầy. Ba là hợp lý. Lục đầu à để tài chính. Tắc kè phải thần dừng cũng vậy, tắc kè loài mắt. Lắc đi à? Lắc đi ra sau. À, đẹp đấy nhỉ, đẹp đấy. Là đẹp. Không sao đâu bạn ơi. Không sao. Ngồi đầu. Mình không biết. Bay nhanh bay đét vào. Bay tỷ lap. Phải không vậy? Ta tính chưa? Tích chưa? Tích rồi. Tích rồi. Chỉ rồi, phải bay trên đỉnh một lúc không? Wow. Có phần nữa, theo hết 38. Ui. Eo thua mà. Thua được mà. Cái này thua được mà. Chôn không? Quà sinh nhật là trai quý nhở. Thua được mà, mình thua này mà. May xăm này vậy. Ok, đấy, và để đã tự di chuyển, là thầy di chuyển, là thầy chỉnh hai bên là xong. Binh không phải, binh không phải, binh không thầy ơi, binh không thầy ơi, binh không thầy ơi, binh không thầy ơi, binh, ai á, chôn tao. M là nâng số 50M. Nhanh lên tao. Từ từ rồi. Mặc thêm 7 đấy. Chuẩn không nhỉ? Bay sự đét đấy. Đấy là biệt. Vậy gì hay à, mảnh rất nhiều mảnh nha, rất nhiều mảnh nha. Cung luôn mà thôi, xin cái mảnh lấy đồ cho oan vậy. Thêm cái giáp máu nữa, kiếp mấy cái mảnh cũng hết sạch mà. Anh lấy mảnh còn lại.
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন গায়ে হাত দিবেন কেন গায়ে দিও মানে এ বড় গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে করতেছেন তুই করতেছিস তুই গায়ে করতেছিস আমি আজকে শেষ করব তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে ওরে আজকে বই না কোন রাস্তার মধ্যে আইছেন ভাই আপনি কারে করছেন হ্যাঁ?
আরে ভাই আপনারে কই নাই, আমার কল দিছিলাম এই কল রিসিভ করতেছ না ওরে কইছি।
আমারে কোন মানে আপনি নামেন তো নামেন, আমি যাব না, আমি যাব না। আপনি কি কইতেছেন হ্যাঁ?
আপনি যাইবেন না কেন?
না আমি যাব না, আপনি আপনি নামেন, আমার টাকা দেন, আমি যাইগা।
দেমু না টাকা, আমারে না নিয়ে গেলে আমি ভাড়া দেমু না।
আরে আপনি কখন থেকে এই অলি করতেছেন? আপনার আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না, একদমই সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না। আপনি টাকা দেন, আমি যাইগা।
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না? কি কইতেছেন আপনি? কি কইতেছেন?
গায়ে হাত দিবেন কেন?
গায়ে দিমু না। এ বড় গায়ে দিলে কি করবে? একদম গায়ে
করতেছেন। তুই গায়ে করতেছিস, তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর। তুই টাকা দে, আমার টাকা দে।
ওরে আজকে বই
মোটরসাইকেল করে নিয়ে যেতেছেন ভাই, এটা আমার মালিকের মোটরসাইকেল ভাই, ভাই মোটরসাইকেল নিয়ে যান না।
গাড়ি থামলো কেন?
স্যার একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে।
ভাই ভাই আমার একটু বাঁচান
স্যার,
ভাই,
পেটে তো ছুরি।
মনে হচ্ছে চিন্তা কে?
হসপিটালে নিয়ে যান ভাই।
স্যার হসপিটালে নিয়ে যাব?
আরে পাগল হইছো, এত রাতে থানা পুলিশের ঝামেলা কে যাবে? চালাও গাড়ি।
স্যার যে অবস্থা, মনে হয় না বাবু।
ভাই যান না ভাই। ও ভাই আমার একটু হসপিটাল।
Rồi xong nhiệm vụ đây. Cút thật ra này thầy khóa lại. Mày nhờn Good landing. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn và chỉ. Binh và chi. Linh và linh. Binh chi linh. Hỗ trợ để cho cút. Khảm bảo thạch à? Khổng lồ tí hoan. What the hell? Thế đi, cứ thế đi. Ô, what the hell? Cái gì đây? Trốn đâu? Không lối được. Ok. Trốn bro. Không chưa có đồ rồi. Mày xin ra mà trốn tao. Mấy chấm là xin ra. Làm mốt à? Còn 9 phút nữa thanh xong chỉ cần là đeo ấy. Bình. Mèo bay lên cao như con cao, bay lên cao như con cao. Ui khỏe đấy, bài này khỏe đét. Chịu rồi, tao lên Lê Cô nhảy lên đéo mà đánh. 74 máu và xin ra rồi, sự là binh chi và linh ấy. Ô cái gì đấy? Ấn thuật sĩ à? Tam hợp là Arcane. Rồi không ai tranh bài. Phải cút. Cút ngay. Rồi xong. Thread 2 à? Asia lắp ấn định mệnh, găng tay, găng bảo thạch với cả một cái Sojin là xong rồi. Giờ thêm đồ cho Syndra này, Syndra rồi. Là thiếu đồ Syndra mới là vấn đề chứ. Đi chợ nhặt thôi, đi chợ giờ sẽ cần gì trước, giờ mình sẽ cần một cái cung hoặc là một cái mũ phù thủy ngay lập tức. À, thằng đánh bộ khởi đầu à? Cũng ghê. Mai thắng, mai thắng. Sau 15 giây thì mai thắng. 453 củ mà anh chưa đủ tiền, anh thiếu cận 250 củ nữa. 254 củ. Sữa đất và đồ án đấy. Nhặt thêm chi chút năng lượng cho binh. Mà lên cao như con cao. Wow 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 wow. Cút rồi. Ui, Cinderella, nhưng mà lại là một cái đai máu. Rồi mất cái cung của thôi lấy Cinderella. Đây một con Cinderella thứ hai. Thôi kệ đi, bây giờ là Pandora lõi sau. Vua rồi. Chắc thế. Còn đồ cho on nhở, đéo đánh on nữa thành thằng Red 3 đấy. Nhưng mà on nhảy đồ. Nào kẹt thôi. Quên mất. I'm sorry bro. Là bối quỷ thư. Mình lắc lại một chút nhỉ. 2 Cinderella. Giờ sẽ phải lên 6 đến 7 nha. Wow wow wow. Chôn không thấy. Chôn nhỉ. Chôn điết. Là ông à. Không ai được tranh bài. Bình. Cái đánh thần rừng thần thoại vậy. Chôn tao. Thần tài à. Mấy thần tài cơ. Một thằng này. Một thần mà một ấn đấy mà. Mà đánh khỏe bài vậy. Chôn tao. Mấy thần tài đánh bài khỏe vậy. What the hell. Không có thăng hoa chắc cút. Chịu rồi. Biết đấy, biết đép mà. Kinh khủng ấy. Sắp với 305 mà vẫn còn tận 48 máu. Sự anh hay sự kinh khủng đép ấy. Có mấy vàng cho 5 vàng cũng đuổi. Rồi xong. Cái gì cơ? Cái gì cơ? Ở nhà thế lắp cái này cho thằng Red bình. Video 1 ngày 2 tháng 7 2024. Binh chia linh. Let's go boy. Ô không, cái gì hiện ở trên màn hình của tôi vậy? Nó sẽ quay tiếp cái trò lò lò của Lamau này. Ai từ anh chỉnh cho nó thẳng bên cộng 10%. Good landing. Hạ cánh tốt. Chỉnh tiếp. Hay á? Đúng rồi. Chuẩn không? À, học. Từ. Bên 15 lap rồi á. Sao anh muốn bút này? Vào Discord á. Ngày tiếp rồi. Anh cày xem đến bao giờ được 80 củ cái dòng ngoài. Thì anh vào anh quanh 10 lần. Vào 50 củ 10 lần. Cái cày vòng sau tận 50 củ và thua. Nó một quay được, nó có đủ tiền quay vòng này. Cú chết rồi. Bên chia lên. Bên chia lính. Chuẩn ông thầy. Kathleen thông đạo Ziot à? Rồi sao anh sao phải hạ cánh rồi? Binh. Thầy cho xoay tròn nhé. Đây. Perfect. Thấy không? Đi xích. 10 lap này. Perfect không? Perfect. Đây, perfect. Bình. Gì vậy? Đây à? Không ai ơi. Không phải đâu. Cơ sở đấy là trụ sở chính quân chủ để sống nhiều công ý quân chủ lại hướng Hà Đông Cung cho nóng đang nóng này là gì lãng nhu bộ khởi đầu vấn thiên cung khởi đầu bố ngon rồi nhau ngon rồi này ngon rồi này ngon bài gì ngon thần dân linh mệnh đi và vẽ biết đâu hiểu được mà nó cũng chuẩn chỉ chứ cái khổng lồ chỉ lấy một cái đéo là nhét lên cái khổng lồ vậy sao Vinh trên lên không nhặt trước lần nữa. Hello guys, tao chắc sẽ chinh choang chưa mấy thằng Trung Quốc ra này. Mày có thằng điên xin ở Pripyat, mày có thích Pripyat không? Còn thằng con lợn 34 tỷ nhỉ, bay đến 80 triệu mời đồng yes bay rồi nguyên nhà đéo giờ đánh nguyên nhà vào không trên một con chỉ đấy như phải đét thì mấy con này ở dưới mình sẽ quay một cười nó chịu mà tắc kè này nhìn như con nhái bên chia lên không đúng vậy nghe ngồi nghe ai đánh bộ khởi đầu đúng không vậy đọc một tướng à không ai đánh bộ khởi đầu cũng thầy à thôi thầy xin phép vậy còn tiền 3 sao tiếp 3 để check bài á đâu có thằng đánh á thầy có oan thì sao không phải đánh thần rừng chữ đâu hiệu này em đánh suốt cho yeah.
আচ্ছা আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নাই
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না করবো না কেন?
এ হায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করব না
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করছে তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো
জি 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 আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ কি কইতাছেন আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেন শাদি করব তো আপনারা শাদি করুন আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো আমি একদমই ভয় পাই আগেরবার মাইনে নিছি খেলা ছিল দেখা এটা খেলা না এটা আমার জীবন আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা কইতাছি আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতাছি আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো বুঝে নাই শান্তিতে আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে
দেন কি স্যার
আরে শুনোস না ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কাটছে এখন কি গো মামা
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা কোস হাত
কেন ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হইছিল
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়াইছিল আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে হ্যাঁ
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি
আরে না বাবার কি আছে বুঝোস না মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা
আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে। আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? না ওই বেটা আইনার মারপেট জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেন? তা না আমি গেছি ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক না কেন, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তোর খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো? হ্যাঁ শুনলাম ও তো বাইচা আছে। কোন হসপিটাল আছে কো, আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈতশিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো। আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো। তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে বাবা, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম যে লাইলি ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ওই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলয় তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি তো বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মানুষের হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। কারণ ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্নিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করবো না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করবো না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এইসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো হয় কান্দা বুক চাপলাইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
Chứ chính là bằng là làm lão im mà giấu rồi. Ê, nó không báo. Xong bắt thanh toán Netflix. Sao bắt thanh toán Netflix từ này à? Xuân đúng không? Kê kinh. Em muốn tư vấn kiểu gì vậy? À. Nhiều khi mình ngọc. Ôi kìa. Cứ đó mà đi à? Cứ đó mà đi à? cút thằng Ken này vào đây là tôi chờ phải dọn lại một quân Kindred rồi là Sira vậy. Đúng rồi. Vẫn hay rồi, xong thắng. Vẫn là hay thì chịu của bên trọng tú đi. Vẫn là hay. Vẫn là bút tốc độ đi. Cái gì về lên đấy? Lag rồi này. Bút lúc cuối thì lag rồi. Bạch này. Mình phải chơi thế nào. Biết cũng đéo ấy. Tao đi nhầm đâu. Đi ngồi đéo đây. Nó đéo cho trước đi. Nháo cái cứt. Mấy anh cứ spam chết thôi mà em cứ hiểu vị trí. Đây rồi. Mày kinh mày ghê mày to mày ghê đào tạo cái gì, đào tạo việc ấy, anh biết không? Ui khỏe đấy, 7 số ra về hại trên này. Và nó bắt làm như nhân viên bị nhiều kinh nghiệm gì nhóm ra cái gì chuồng cua xét đâu. Ngon từ bắt mình xin ngon này. Không biến mất thấy chưa, bị ôm. Chôn à? Mày chôn bố, mày chôn tao. Anh bay sử bình chỉ linh đấy, anh bay nhanh tiết. Xong rồi. Ui có đồ. Ui oan sự đẹp. Chẳng em nam xong đúng không vậy? Quỷ mấy build nè, đéo hiểu. Mà 10 tiếng ngày gì? Yes. Yes. Xong. Gì? Đừng dừng lại. Đứng ra là cái đừng dừng nữa. Có panorama tôi để xoay ra ấn lại. Xoay cho này một ấn là cái ấn H8 đi. Mà ra xét vậy. Anh có quan tâm nhạc đâu? Anh và anh quan tâm nhạc đâu? Không ơi, anh vào anh quan tâm là anh có đúng form hay không thôi. Nhạc nhủng nháo ấy. Gì? Mày chơi ngoan không? Chơi không? Thua rồi. Điều đi rồi, top 5 ạ. Trốn thế. Tìm rác nhỏ, tìm rác cái chuyện. 137 tỷ, 137 toái. Cho bố đi. Mày có mất tiền không? Mày có này khám mày có mất tiền không? Đi khám mày có mất tiền không? Lên 2 thằng lật bèo chứ nhỏ. Đéo em bảo gì? Đéo em bảo gì chứ đéo. Đi đéo em bảo thanh. Đéo em bảo thanh toán, đéo em bảo thanh toán. Trốn chứ chịu được. Sao ra cái con chó gì ở đây này? Phải cút đây. Confirm. Yes. Có thể ra dồn trứng khác. Yes, trứng xịn cho này. Legendary của thầy. Ui, ra legend à? Ra legend đấy. Ok em ơi. Rồi em ơi. Vui. Tí nữa thì tí nữa thì mua. Thế này thì xin cho. Làm sao? Ui baby làm sao? À. À, trừ một chế. Đã đứt dây rồi, đứt dây. Mày đấy, anh vẫn giữ. Thế à? Tôi đéo đấy nhỉ? Tôi muốn đéo ra cái gì ạ? Chôn tao. Từ từ, anh trai phải dừng lại. Em bố cái ghế vào Vũ ơi. Bố ghế của anh cút rồi. Rồi quay 10 con đéo ra cái gì? Chôn tao. 10 con toàn ra cái này ạ. Cút. Xóa hết. Xóa cho bố. Chứng chỉ gì hả Vũ? What the hell? Rồi, coi gì xuống đấy rồi. Yes. 100 triệu làm cái khác. Yes. Ghê vậy thầy. Bao nhiêu rồi? 2 tiếng chưa? Thầy tắt thì ở đấy đấy. 56 à? Chưa được. Một thêm 4 này. Thôi thầy đứng quay cho nó đấy. Đứng quay một chữ ấy, ghế ở đây gì à? Này cái giấy khác. Khó quá. Rồi xong, ngồi lại bi. Ai đừng tấn được vui. Ghế gãy rồi. Ghế gì không sao, tấn quay cam phải sạc hết nhìn được. Đúng ấy là đúng gì không kiểu? Đúng ấy là đúng cái gì? Phòng kế toán các kiểu gì? À. Hồng Tuấn cũng là công ty mà vô. Tại mà anh làm cho công ty mà. Anh cũng làm cho công ty mà Hiếu. Chả đúng giờ nhớ ơi. Content mà. Làm cho công ty content mà. Nhưng mà làm nhân viên nhưng mà trả lương theo phải cách cả phải dục. Phải anh phải gọi điện, Hồng Tuấn bảo anh gọi điện thì dục nó đi để nó nói với cả ông anh kia. Còn phải bảo thế mà gì. Chuẩn không gọi. Trời Khôi mày coi mày có led đây là ngày nào không hiểu? Mày có led đây ngày nào không hiểu không? Gì. Sẽ kim lắc đây. Sẽ kim lắc đây à? Vừa sẽ kim lắc đây. Chỉ có mấy bà hay tập phần thân dưới ấy. Đó, mấy bà tập thân dưới rồi. Mấy cái máy nhưng mà bên kiểu cơ trên tay vai nhịp các kiểu ấy, có hai bà nào đấy đâu. Thỉnh thoảng có bà trong phòng tập tạ. Mấy bài đứng, mấy cái bài đứng ở gương lâu quá. Gương lâu khó chịu được. Số chó. Đứa hiểu. Ủa, hôm qua không, nó chỉ xoay gương nó nhìn lại cơ của nó thôi, xoay gương nhìn cơ. Hôm qua tao đang tập có ông Đô Phết, xong rồi ra cái chỗ phái máy tập cơ lát ấy ở lưng ấy, ông ấy đứng ở có đấy ôi gương to to, ông ấy cởi áo trên cởi áo ra xoay nhìn lưng đô đéo chịu được. Chịu rồi. lại thành en fitness thì thua.